So resilience is the goal. The board's asking for it. Our regulators are asking for it. Compliance is kind of uplifting it. If you were to think about the intersection of governance, what's the one decision that matters most? Is it ownership? Is it funding? Or is it prioritization? What does that look like?
It's ownership. I think with anything, when you start to talk about governance, you have to have an executive that owns the process. So resilience, you need an owner. AI, you need an owner. Security, you need an owner, right? So having someone who is defined as accountable for a resilience process, the money will come after, right? The road mapping comes after, but having a single person that you can point to, and I don't want to say a throat to choke. I think that's such a terrible thing to say, but it's kind of true, right?
Yeah.
Who's held accountable to making sure that all of these intersecting processes that do impact your resilience work together cohesively is really important.
Okay, so your organization, you've made that decision. Ownership is, making sure we've got the accountability as part of that process. You're that person. What does measurement look like for resilience? What does performance look like for resilience? Where does this person start trying to kind of navigate, trying to put these pieces together? Because I know my budget's going to come. I know my roadmap's going to come. I've got to put this strategy together. But where do they start in trying to make sure that they can measure and they're on the right course? It's kind of heading to that true north. What does that look like for that person?
Boring. I will be very honest. It's going to start boring. And that is the administrative side.
Yeah.
You have to sit, not this person individually, but their teams have to sit with the business and really truly understand what that business is trying to accomplish. And going back to like the data flows, what kind of data do they have? What third parties do they have? What systems do they have? What is like the crown jewels to them? Then you go and sit with the next one and you look and, oh, okay, so sales has all these processes, and they talk to customer success this way, who talks to engineering this way. You kind of follow, and then you can really understand what's critical to the business. So it is kind of that business continuity, administrative GRC, enterprise risk management type work. So the boring stuff, I'll be honest, like I came up, it's extremely boring, but it's crucial. It's absolutely crucial.
Very crucial, very crucial.
And then people tend to focus on KPIs, right? The performance indicators. I come from a space where we focus on the risk indicators, the KRIs. So think of the inverse of a KPI. It's the indication that something has gone from green to amber to red within your own risk tolerance. So saying that we've had 10 knocks at the door this week in terms of our security operations center. We've stopped 10 people from coming in. Okay, that's great. That's a wonderful KPI. But how many got really close to getting through? What does that look like? And if you have 3, is that acceptable? So what can you put in place to reduce that? And I really think that understanding what their risk appetite is and being able to say that's unacceptable, we have to, patch this piece, this process, will then help, kind of stymie any further issues that you have down the line.